Hello children, are you all ready? Okay, today's topic is one of the finest topics. To speak the truth, this is the topic that actually if you say I like, yes, of course I like. And a lecture on a topic like business communication or spoken English for business communication is a very interesting topic. We have to know about how language experienced changes with the passage of time. If you say that no, everything is evolving means is changing with the passage of time. Understood? Time takes everything in its train. Like what you saw in Nepal. What did you see? Water. To almost a portion of a city. It broke, it took away. And naturally, when you see the flow, the passage of time reflects the language. Language, including everything in the world, has to experience change. If you tell me, sir, why are you saying this? I'm just showing you. Before I deliver my lecture, I want to show some differences. See, while speaking in English, okay, if suppose I make making request, okay, or if you are booking rooms in a hotel, could you tell me about availability of rooms in your hotel? Okay, availability. Okay, that fellow is there available? Could you tell me? Understood? Would you mind telling me? Or could you inform me? Okay, what exactly are you trying to say? How would you mind? What is this? If you say, hey, would you mind helping me? Would you mind opening the window? If you hear someone saying, would you mind opening the window? That fellow, according to me, understood, may say, yes, I will mind opening. Because you are giving me a chance to say whether I will mind opening the window or not. I will say, yes, I will mind. Understood? But when you say, could you please open the window? What am I trying to say? I am leaving the judgment to you. Could you? I'm placing a request also, mild request. I am trying my best to what? Make myself understood. And I want you to understand me. What I am trying to say is, I am requesting you, I am making a request whether it is possible for you. I want to know whether it is possible for you to open the window or not. But when you say, would you mind opening the window? It means that fellow may mind opening the window. That's why he said, yes, I will of course mind. What exactly do you find out of the word mind? It means, would you object? Do you have any objection to you opening the window? When I'm saying, would you mind opening the window, what does it mean? It means whether it will be what? Possible for him to do that or not. Clear? Whether he has any objection to his doing it. Clear? And that fellow may say, no, I don't have time, number one, and I will mind. So which one is better and softer? Using could you. Could you is softer? You will go for could you instead of would you mind? Right or not? This is how spoken English will be stronger and stronger, isn't it? Okay, let's come to the topic. What is that? Spoken English for business communication. Spoken English for business communication. First of all, I would like you to know what is communication. Number one, what can be the question? What is communication? What is communication? Communication, according to you, is what? Communication means exchange of information. Right? Communication means exchange of information through what? Speaking, clear, writing, listening, reading, non-verbal communication. Right? What is communication? And if you say, sir, is it like verbal communication? Understood? Yes. When you speak, it's verbal communication. Non-verbal communication happens when you make someone understand with the help of your body language, movement of your body, if you gesticulate, isn't it? That's how you can make someone understand. Right or not? Then comes another very important question. What is that? So what have you learned? If you see only what is communication, communication means exchange of information, ideas, thoughts, feelings. You get it? I'm just saying one instead of many. Don't we share our feelings? Don't we share our thoughts? Don't we share our opinions? Don't we share our ideas? Don't we share our, what can I say, instructions? We share so many things. It is communication that help us to communicate. If I communicate with you, I'm communicating my ideas, opinions. And you need to go deep, whatever it is, be it this topic or any topic in the world. What is this? If you go, unless and until you descend. Descend means go to the depth of anything you do. Business communication, what does it do? How does it help us? Is it a thing to it? No. Business communication is not a very simple thing. As I myself I have told you that I was a person responsible for preparing people to speak to foreigners. Understood? I was an accent trainer. In international call center. I used to work as an accent trainer. I used to tell them how to pronounce, how to speak American English, how to speak British English, how to speak Australian. It means how to use accents. If I say I'm coming to your house tomorrow, I will say I'm coming to your house tomorrow. I'm not going there today. I'm not going there today. But if you prefer British English, can play guitar, this is how it's spoken. But whenever you pronounce, even if you say a rickshaw puller, you need to convince those people you are speaking to. You need to convince them. They will give you business. And what are you trying to do? How does this business, spoken English for business communication help you? They will help you to get business. If you are working in a company, the company will look at the profit. The company will see whether the presence of these people inside the company is helping the company's growth or not. Company will look at the profit you are generating from the company. You as a person have no identity of your own. What is your identity? Your ability to contribute to the all-round development of the company's what? Income. If you can generate income for the company, you are suitable. And those who excel, what is communication? We have to know what is communication technology also. Excellence in what? Excellent in communication skill. Excellent in communication skill is called communication technology. Why is it very important these days? Because if you try to be an air hostess, you need to speak polished and very good English, isn't it? If you want to be an air crew, you need to have good knowledge of English language. If you work in a 5-star hotel, you need to have good English knowledge. You need to have knowledge of very good English, good command over English language. If you work in outsourcing companies like Wipro, IBM, right? You need very good command over English language, especially spoken English, isn't it? Spoken English, what is spoken English? This is a spoken form of English language. Right? This is a form of spoken language, of English language that we use to communicate with others. Right? Now my question is, business communication, we have seen the difference between business communication and communication. We have understood the difference between business communication and communication. What according to you, Shosdev, will be the difference between business communication and communication? Business communication and spoken English for business communication. If you have a few things to say, it will add to your knowledge. I think according to me, if you ask me, sir, you show the difference between communication and spoken English for business communication. Then my opinion, according to me, okay, as I see it means, according to, from my point of view, I believe, my opinion, or if I say my opinion, in my opinion, okay, same thing, in my opinion, as I see it, if I understand the topic correctly, I can see this. If I understand what you are saying, understood. If I understand exactly what you want to understand, understood. It is like you want me to define what is communication, business communication, and what is spoken English for business communication, right? Spoken English, business communication is not simply speaking English correctly. What is business communication? Business communication is not speaking English, is not simply speaking English correctly. It means, what does it mean? It means speaking what? Speaking clearly, number one. Number two, politely. Number three, confidently. Number four, and effectively. What is spoken English? What is business communication? Business communication is not simply speaking English correctly. It means using English, right? Clearly, politely, confidently, and effectively. Right? You written? Have you written this? Okay. Then what can you write apart from that? What can you write? What can you write apart from that? What do you have to say? A person with simple English, can express, can communicate successfully. A person with simple English can communicate successfully if he knows what to say, how to say it, and when to say it. Understood? A person with simple English can communicate successfully if he knows what to say, when to say it, and how to say it. A person may know thousands of English words. A person may know thousands of English words. Understood? But he may fail in business communication if they can't express an idea clearly. You may know thousands of words, but fail in business communication if you can't express an idea clearly. Do you understand? Is there any problem? Your knowing thousands of words cannot cannot help you to get good business for a company if you are working in it. Understood? A person with simple English what can he do? What actually can a person with simple English do? He can communicate successfully. A person with simple English can communicate successfully. Understood? If he knows what to do, understood, and how to do it and when to do it. But a person with knowledge of 1,000 words, a person who may know thousands of English words may not come out successful. Right or not? So, according to me, what is spoken English for business communication? Is it very clear to you now? Is it clear? Tell me, what is it? What have you understood? Spoken English for business communication? Business communication is not speaking English, is not simply speaking English correctly. It means using English clearly, politely, confidently, and effectively. Your words should achieve a purpose. You use the words when you speak to someone. You use words, right or not? Your words should achieve a purpose. Right? You say what you mean. If you talk too much, will the company keep you? Pay for you? No. You mean what you say. You say exactly what you mean. You cannot exaggerate your statement. This is called professional environment or professional situation. Right or not? Is that very clear to you? And where do we use? Hello, if you are using English, I have already told you. Business communication is not simply speaking English. Business communication is not simply speaking English correctly. But it means using English clearly, politely, confidently, and effectively in professional situation or environment. You can add this in professional situation, and either you can say professional situation or professional environment. If you add this, doesn't it sound good? Do you get it what I'm saying? Right? Fine. Now, I want to add some more things. It is going to be very important. Now it is very clear to us the difference between what is communication, business communication, and what is spoken English for business communication. It is very clear to us now. Now, the third thing, if someone asks you, what does spoken communication mean? What is spoken communication mean? It is the effective use of spoken language, a form of spoken language, right? What? Effective use of the spoken language for what? For the exchange of information, ideas, opinions, instructions, and feelings. Where? In a professional either environment or situation. Am I right? Any problem? All of you understood? Fine. Now, if you tell me, sir, this topic is very important, but sometimes we need to talk about what is spoken English for business communication. If I talk on a topic, it has got some functions also, like that I have told you the significance, right? And what is it all about? Actually, there is a difference between social language and language function. You need to know the difference between language function and social language. You know, when you study social language, what do you learn? How to greet someone. If you greet someone in the morning, what do you say? Good morning. If you meet someone in the evening, good evening. When you take leave of someone, you say good night, isn't it? When you are going back to your bed. And now my question is, greeting is knowing what to say. If you are greeting someone, what to say when you want someone to repeat something. Understood? That is how social language is spoken. But if you look at language functions, what are language functions? We have to know all this. Language functions. How do if you learn spoken English for business communication, you need to know about language functions. How do they work? Language functions. How do language functions work? Suppose when you are speaking English, what is your goal? What is business communication? Business communication means, what does it mean? Business communication. You should write. You should enjoy each and every word I am using. What is business communication? Business communication means exchange of what? Information, right? What kind of information? Through the effective use of English language, right? How does it help? How does it help? Information, exchange of only informations, ideas, right? Feelings, right? Why? How do they help us? Just to do business, right? This world is a place where people exist because they do activities like business, right? Now my question is, if you are doing these activities, the activity of doing what? Or participating in conversation. Unless and until you know about how to participate in a meeting, how to participate in conversations, how if you don't know how you can talk, understood, to someone, a foreign client, or to a company, or to someone very important, your business communication, spoken English for business communication, will be incomplete. You need to have knowledge of spoken English for business communication. And what will you do? You need to know the effective use of English language for business, understood, and they will help you to achieve your professional goals. Why do we do it? Actually, why do we do the talking? Why do you do the talking? Why do you do business communication? Can you tell me why do you do it? To achieve a professional goal or not? Why are you studying? You have a goal to achieve. So, if you are learning spoken English for business communication, your goal will be to achieve a professional goal. It has got a professional goal to achieve. And to do that, what will you learn? To do that, you need to know about language functions. So, let's learn about language functions. Suppose if I'm giving you some instances or examples of some conversation. What will you be saying? Understood? Suppose if you language function, number one, if you are making requests, what will you say? What are the things? Just to make request. Number one, to make request. Number one. Number two, asking for information. Asking for information. Okay. Number three, you want someone to repeat something. Clear? To repeat, SQH means something, short form. Agreeing. Agreeing. Number 5, disagreeing. Disagreeing. Right? Number 6. Number 6, what will you say if you are saying, what are these things? If you make request, how can you make request? When do we make request? If you are asking for information, what are the sentences you have to say? If you are wanting someone to repeat something, what are you going to say? If you are agreeing to a proposal, what will you say? If you are disagreeing with a proposal, understood, or to a proposal, what will you say? Right? And there are so many things, like greeting is also there. Right? Though greeting comes at the top, in the beginning, right? And sometimes to open a conversation, understood? If you say at the beginning of a conversation, to repeat, like I'm saying, sometimes I'm just making you understand. Sometimes somebody is saying something, like he is speaking so fast. You cannot catch up with him because he is speaking fast. I want you to come to my house tomorrow. I'll be ready, for the meeting. Today I don't have time. That's why I want you to please keep this fresh in your mind. Then you understood half the thing I have said. If I speak to you fast, if I tell you, suddenly you look like you cannot come tomorrow, so you have to decide when to come. You have understood half the thing I have told you. Then what will you tell me? Sir, repeat. Please repeat. You will say the first thing if you want me to repeat, hello. If you want me to repeat, what will you say? Please. Short form of please, right? Please repeat. Number 1. You can, to make me repeat the same thing, or to, if I say something very fast, if I told you something very fast, understood? You hardly, you heard half the thing I say. Okay, then you can make a request, right? You can make a request, sir, please repeat. What will you say? Number 1, you can say, please repeat. Number 2, what will you say? Sorry. Sorry means, it stands for, please repeat. Number 3, I beg your pardon. Right? And what are the other things you can say? Would you mind repeating? Could you repeat what you said? So, number 4, would you mind repeating? Would you mind repeating what you have said? Would you mind repeating? Then, what can you say? What are the other things you can say? Could you repeat it? Could you repeat, sir? Would you repeat? Would you mind repeating? These are the things to make that person repeat the statement again. Understood? If you have understood half the thing, say it. Understood? Now, if you have written all this, now come to this first. To make request. How can you make request? If you are requesting someone to, suppose I have already taken the class, okay, on syntax I have taken. So you are making request. What is this request about? You want me to make the second part. Sir, would you please make the second part of the lecture on syntax? So this is how you can request me. What are the other ways to make request? Number 1, how can you make request? To request, what will you say? Number 1, you can use would you. Would you make second part of the lecture? Second part, right? Second part. Understood? Hello. Then, could you please? Then you can write could you. If you write could you please? If If you add, please know it sounds good. Hello, could you please make the second part of the lecture? Understood? You can, this is how you can do that or not? Could you make, right? Then you can also, would you mind making? You know, mind is always followed by gerund. So when you bring bhar, present form of verb, it will end in ing. So what will you say? Would you mind? Would you mind? Would you mind? Would you mind? Then if you say make here, if the verb is make, it will be making. Making second part of the lecture. Is that clear? That's how, you know, this works. Again, I'm coming to each and every part of it. Is that clear? You wrote, all of you? Okay, fine. Now come to it. Now, number 3. Oh, I have already. Asking for information. If you are asking for information, what will you do? How will you ask for information? Suppose you are asking for information about something you want to do. 3 ways. Number 1, would you? Suppose, would you mind telling me about the exact location of this place? Right? Would you mind telling me? Number 1. Number 2, could you please tell me? Could you please tell me? Clear? Clear? Would you mind? Could you please tell me? Could you please? Please, you need to bring please. Could you please tell me the exact location of this place? Clear? Number 3, what will you say? Would you mind doing that? Could you do that? And will you please or would you please? Will you be kind enough to do that? Or would you object? Would you mind if? Would you mind if? Would you mind if? So, would you mind? Would you mind? Would you mind if I tell you to tell me the exact location of this place? Do you have any objection? Do you have any objection to you telling me? Do you have any objection to you telling me? To your telling me about the exact location of this place? Is not this good language? Social language? So you need to know about which language to use, isn't it? That's how you can excel in the field of English communication. Right? Now come to this. We have done this 3, then come to agreeing. You know, if you agree to someone's proposal, if someone proposes you for something, how will you agree to it? How will you say? Yes, I am ready, right? You accept? Clear? Right? Then if you disagree, how will you disagree? You disagree, but you do not hurt the feelings of the person. You disagree with politeness. How will you disagree without hurting the feelings of others? How will you disagree? If I suppose look at the statements of Jaishankar, our foreign minister. I understand. If I understand you correctly. If I understand you correctly. You say that you don't like the process. Clear? Or you don't like the current process. Is that right? Is that right? But he is disagreeing. You can say, if you disagree, I agree. I agree with your proposal. I agree. If you agree to, alright. Suppose if someone give you a proposal, what will you say? If you agree to something, it means if you agree with something, what will you say? You agree agree, agree to any topic or proposal, a proposal. You agree to a proposal with someone. I agree to your proposal, right? And I agree with you. If it is your proposal, I agree to it. And I see eye to eye with you. I see eye to eye means I agree with you. Understood? So, if you agree to someone's proposal, it means you see eye to eye with him. You see eye to eye, you accept what he says. But if you disagree, you will say, I agree with your statement. I agree to what you have said, but I have a slightly different view. You are disagreeing. I agree with what you have said, but I have a slightly different view. I have a opposite view. You get it? But this is how you can disagree to a proposal. You feel free to disagree. If someone wants you to agree to his proposal, if you tell me, sir, you agree to what I am saying, whatever you say, then what will I say? It means I don't have common sense. Isn't it? I get carried away. If someone says, oh my God, this is my opinion, you agree to it. How can I agree? I have some common sense. I have to make proposal to it before you make me agree to your proposal. Isn't it? But if you disagree, what did you say? Shostik, what did you say if you disagree to a proposal? I agree. I agree to your proposal, but I have a slightly different view. But I have a different view, you can say, to make it milder, what will you say? A slightly different. To make it milder. Or even if you say, I have a different view. Or if you give your own opinion, what will you say? In my opinion, I think, I feel, it's my own feeling, from my point of view. Understood? This is how we sometimes share our agreement and disagreement. Isn't it? But it's not, if you are agreeing to whatever someone is saying, it means you don't have common sense. Right? Is that clear? So, it's completed. And agreeing, disagreeing. Okay? What will you say to greet someone? To greet someone, what will you say? If you meet someone in the morning, what will you say? Good morning. You can say hello. You can say hi. You can say hi there. You can say hello there. Isn't it? Right? Hello there. And then, if you meet someone in the afternoon, and when do we say good day? This actually is called social language. We have to know about what to say, when to say. Suppose if someone gives you something, suppose I am giving this pen to Siti. Hello, if I am giving this to you, if you take it from me, okay, what will you say? If she says yes, what will you say? Yes, please. If he takes it, you will say yes, please. And if she doesn't want it, what will you say? No, thank you. No, thank you. Yes, Siti, what will you say?
No, sir.
If you don't want something, what will you say? No, thank you.
Oh, thank you, बोलवे ना. बताइए thank you बोले ना.
You don't love saying thank you? No, she's good. Okay, you can say. Suppose in that day's class, had you been present in the class, I'm telling you, I was trying to sing some songs that day. Okay, in the class that day, I don't know. Did you see the class? Class on syntax? I sang on a few lines. Isn't it? I sang. Yeah, I sang. Didn't I sing title song of Titanic? Okay, fine. Now, my question. In the same way, you can give your opinion. Suppose if you start a meeting, you want to start a meeting, okay? I have already said, what will you say if you start a meeting? First greeting. Good morning to all of you. If you are a manager of a company, if you are the CEO, or if you are the owner of the company, you will say today we have a meeting. Okay? And you already you sent information to everybody, understood, to attend the meeting. Before you start the meeting, what will you say? You need to greet. You need to greet. Good morning to all of you. Thank you for joining the meeting. In today's meeting, the agenda, the topic, the subject of the meeting, either an agenda or topic or subject, understood, of the meeting is delivery in the delay of our goods supply. Understood? When you discuss delay, this is the agenda of the meeting today. So how will you start the meeting? Good morning to all of you, all the employees of the company. I would like to thank you for joining the meeting. Understood? In today's meeting, the topic of the meeting is delay in the delivery of goods. Company is not delivering on time. As a result, all the departments of the company, okay, there is a department called those who handle clients through telephonic conversation. Understood? That department is telling HR, sir, we are fed up with calls. What happened? We are giving that, we are sending the things to people, the things are not reaching the people on time. Right? What will you say? Who will handle this? Those who are controlling the customer over telephone. Understood? Many people will call the company. At least those, they will say, we are fed up with your company. See, every time, like, suppose if you tell me about Times of India, I work for Times of India. Times of India used to say Femina, Filmfare magazine. Femina and Filmfare, you might have heard, Femina Filmfare magazine. Then Food Guide. Then there is a magazine called Economics. Understood? Then newspapers also. You people, understood, do not send, you people do not send the newspapers, magazines to our houses in time. So we have decided not to take the newspapers. Our section, that part of the company that receives the telephone calls, they are very angry. Sir, they told the HR manager, sir, we are fed up with the calls. The magazines are not reaching every home in time, so they are disturbing us. They are telling we will not take magazines from your company. So how will you solve the problem? What will you say? The first thing you will say when you handle the calls, cring, 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 just you. If the telephone call, before the telephone call, sometimes you need to hear the ringing of the phone, right? Cring, 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 cring. Then what? How will you start the call? If I start the call, I'll say cring, 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 cring. Okay? I just received the call. What shall I say? How will I open the call? How will you open the call? I will say, good morning. This is Tanmay, ABC company. Hello. Good morning. This is Tanmay. This is Tanmay, ABC company. How may I help you? Yes, sir. You know, your magazines is not reaching us on time. Instead of sending them in time, we are receiving all the magazines after 2 o'clock, even the newspapers also. Is it the right thing? Do you want us to take the newspaper or magazine from your company? Yes. I understand, sir. I understand. What? I apologize for what has happened. First of all, you will apologize. Apologize means say sorry, isn't it? I feel sorry. I apologize for what has happened to you. I understand your concern. I understand your concern. Okay, I will look into I will look into the problem and I will solve the problem. I promise that I will solve the problem today. Okay, ma'am, if you have any problem apart from that, please tell me. You always feel free to call us. Understood? If you have experience or if you experience a situation like this again. Is that clear? This is how you can put an end to your problem. Understood? And how can you control or handle an angry customer? Suppose if you have, how can you handle an angry customer? Hello? How can you handle an hello? Hey, how will you handle an angry customer? Okay, fine. You don't say, please cool down. Instead of saying cool down, yes, madam, I understand your problem. Okay, I understand your problem. I understand your concern. If I had been in your place, I would have felt like how you are feeling. I would have felt the same way. Okay, but next time, I promise, you are not going to experience the same problem again. As you called us, so I am going to solve your problem right away. Right away means right now. Okay, I am going to solve your problem right away, as quickly as possible. From now onwards, you will never have any problem like that again. Is that clear? This is how you can solve the problems of the customers. Is that clear? Now, it is very important when you are learning language functions, what are the other things you can do? Hello, how will you give your opinion? Giving opinion. How will you say? Giving opinion. What will you do? How will you give your opinion? If you give your opinion, how will you give? Tell me. What are the things you will say? First thing you can say, number one, from my point of view. From my point of view. Right? Number two, I think. Hello? I think. Number three, I believe. I think. I believe. Number four, as I see it. As I see it. As I see it. Clear? When from my point of view, in my view, in my opinion, or don't say my opinion is that. Don't say, never say my opinion is that. Instead of saying my opinion is that, what can you say? Hello. What can you say instead of saying my opinion is that? You can say in my opinion. You can say in my opinion. You can say I feel. You can say what is that? In my opinion, in my view. Understood? From my point of view, as I see it, or I believe, I think. This is how you can present your opinion. Okay, you present your opinion about something. I'm telling you. What is your opinion about education today? What is your opinion? You don't like to opine. You don't like to give your opinion. Okay, fine. What is your opinion about the education system? Srestha. In my opinion, understood? From my point of view, I think, I believe, understood? As I see it, it means my opinion. As I see it, today's education system is much better than what it was yesterday. today's teacher are doing smart work. Understood? They don't do hard work. They do smart work. As a result, they can complete the syllabus in time. This is how you give your opinion about a subject, isn't it? And what is this called? Giving opinion? What is this called, Shonali? What is this called? Shrestha, what is called? This is called giving opinion. This is language function. What is this called? Language function. Is that clear? Giving opinion. What are the other things? Asking for information. What is this? Language function. Understood? And what is agreeing? Hello? Language function. Disagreeing? Language function. Isn't it? Repeating something, requesting someone to repeat something? Language function. Understood? Then what are the other points? Did I discuss almost all? Shostik? Language functions. Did I discuss all? These are the things we actually use while communicating with somebody in English.
I don't think anything left.
You don't think anything left. Okay, fine. Suppose if you start a meeting, what are the 3 basic points to present something according to sequence? What will you do? First, you need to present a problem. Then you need to what? Problem, cause. And the third is solution. How will you do? How will you maintain sequence? Firstly, FIR, ST first, comma, second, comma, finally, then finally. Right? What is this? Number one problem, then problem. What will you do? First problem, then after having the problem, what will you do?
Solution.
Yes, look for solution. Understood? First you get problem, second you look for solution, third you put an end to the problem. You solve it. Clear? Problem, you make attempts to solve it, and then solution to the problem. Isn't it? This is how everything is done. Now, are there other points left according to you all? If I give you the answers to all the questions, hey you, tell me, what is this? Greeting. Hey you, what is this?
Hey, you.
Understood? Okay, fine. Suppose if you experience something, suppose pain. Understood? Suppose if you have twisted your or muscle pain, or if you receive injury, how will you react? And what is that word called? Ouch. Ouch is what? Is this exclamation? Hello? Is this exclamation? Hello? Is not this an exclamation? Don't you know parts of speech? What are the name all the words? Noun, pronoun, verb, adverb, preposition, conjunction, interjection. What is interjection all about? Interjection tells us about the state of mind we are in. Suppose if there is an accident and if your papa has gone somewhere, if your papa is back, if he has come back home, what will you say? Thank God, my dad is back. What is this? You are talking about the state of mind you are in after your father is back. Isn't it? If he has returned home, this is the reaction from your side, right or not? Okay, fine. Now you understood? So if you think you still have lot of things left, please tell me. What are the things left? Anything left? Hey you, Tuhina, is there anything left? Okay. You, Ankita, do you think I have left something? You, sister, Swastik has already said yes, nothing is left. We sometimes give opinion, we agree to something, we give our opinion, and then we ask for information, and then if you tell me probing, it is done by police officer. Understood? These are the other separate issues altogether. But in sometimes we want someone to repeat something, isn't it? So with this we come to the end of the class. If you think you have liked my class, hello, Sriti, I want you to please switch on. Okay. If you think you have liked my class, please give me at least one like. Bye. Great. Okay. So what is